Well, good afternoon, sir. We are pleased to welcome you here in Astana, and thank you very much for taking the time. The first question would be a general question. What are the most pressing issues in the global energy markets today?
Well, there are many pressing issues in the global energy markets today. I think from our perspective, the investment challenge, I think, is definitely one of the biggest. We need tremendous energy investment going forward in the next decades to come, in a situation where the economy is very uncertain, as we know. We're struggling with fears for recession. And at the same time, also there is sometimes uncertainty about where energy policies are going in both consuming countries and producing countries. So the firms really have to make a lot of investment in a very uncertain environment. So I think for all of us, both for governments and for industry, this is really the biggest challenge going forward. And
talking about Kazakhstan, how attractive is Kazakhstan today for global investors, in particular in energy market?
Well, I can really say I'm impressed visiting Kazakhstan here for me the first time, and looking at what you are doing, what you have been doing. I mean, oil production already is 1.5 million barrels a day now, which is double what it was 10 years ago, and even better, I think all the projections that I have seen going forward, they show that your oil production is going to increase significantly. Nearly 2 million barrels a day by 2016, nearly 4 million barrels a day probably by 2035, which would really put you in the top 5 oil exporters in the world. And I think there are not many countries where we see this tremendous upward potential. So I think that is really worth something to be proud of.
Consider Kazakhstan as a big player in the global energy markets already?
It is already a significant player, and I think you are developing to become really a key player. With that increasing volume of oil production, and not only production but also exports to global markets, I think you definitely play a very significant role in adding oil to the market in the next decades. And we all know that the global markets will need a lot of new oil in the next decades to feed increasing demand and also to replace obsolete oil capacity.
I see. And where do you think Kazakhstan and your organization, which you're heading, can cooperate? What are the areas of cooperation, in your opinion?
Well, I made a call here to the conference, the impressive conference that you have put together here. Actually, a call to the government of Kazakhstan to please join the International Energy Forum. 86 countries have joined and have signed the IEF Charter earlier this year in February in Riyadh. Which those 86 countries, they already make up 90% of the global supply and demand of oil. And with Kazakhstan developing so significantly and becoming such a key player, I think it really would mean a lot to everybody, and including to your own country, if you become part of that global energy policy dialogue at the IEF. So that is my wish, and well, the global dialogue is 20 years old, and I know that your country is also celebrating at the end of the year 20 years of independence. So what better year to join the IEF than this year, I would say.
Sir, thanks a lot for sharing your insights. It's been very helpful. Thanks again for your time.
You're welcome.